Hi guys, happy Wednesday. I am here with your next art lesson for the week. So since Memorial Day weekend is this coming weekend, I thought today's art activity could be a patriotic art activity. So this activity, the instructions went home in the packets that you got in the mail. It's the one called Salt Fireworks or something along those lines. So if you want to grab those, then you can have the instructions out and you can also see what supplies you need. So you're going to need paper. It can either be black or white. Either one will work. You need white glue, like Elmer's glue. Salt, like regular table salt will work. And then you could either use watercolors or you could use food coloring, either one. If you're using food coloring, you want to put a little bit of water in a dish and then drip some of the color in there and mix it that way. And then you can either use your finger or a paintbrush. Paintbrush would probably be the best, but if you don't have one, then you could probably just use your finger to drip the paint on the salt. So gather up your supplies and then we can get started. So your paper, you can either use black or white. Whatever you have at home will be fine. It will show up. So I'm going to use black. In the packets that got sent home, there's a template. A small picture on the page that shows you how to draw the fireworks on here. It's just basically lines. So you can either use a pencil to do it, or you can just do it right with your white glue. I'm going to do one up here in the corner, so that way you can try and fit more in. So you just do a dot in the middle, where you want your firework to be, and then it's just lines out. There really is no wrong way to do this shapes or a firework. It's probably going to look a little spiderish right now, but once we add the salt, you'll be good. So you just want to do some lines out. They could be straight, they don't have to be curved. And then what you're going to do is take your salt. I pour some either in a dish or in my hand. And you're going to sprinkle it all over the glue. So usually what I do is get another piece of paper underneath. Then you can go back and forth. You really, really, really want to make sure that all of the glue is covered up by salt, because it won't work if it's not. So after you get it, check it out. If there's any spots that need a little more salt, you can add a little more salt to it. You really want all those spots covered with salt. Okay, I think we got it. So you can see the salt will stick to the glue. Now, what you're gonna do, and I'm just doing red and blue. You can do whatever color fireworks you want. So I have little containers with water, and I'm just gonna drip some food coloring in each one. And then mix it up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to dip your brush or whatever you're using in the watercolor or watercolor paint and very gently tap the top of the salt. You don't really even need to press really hard, because what's going to happen is that salt is going to absorb that watercolor. Let me do some and then I'll hold it up so you can see. So the salt absorbs that watercolor and it spreads out like tie-dye. So you can do one color, you can do the fireworks however you want. If you want to do both colors on each firework, you can. If you want to do each firework a different color, that's fine. It's however you want to do it. If you do the colors next to each other, they will probably run and mix, and that's okay. You fill it in. And then what you can do is go to the next firework and draw your next firework and do the same thing and fill your page up. And then what you're going to have to do is let this sit and dry really, really well to make sure the glue is dry and the salt is dry and the watercolor is dry. So just set it off to the side so it doesn't get bumped and let it dry really, really well. If you guys happen to do these fireworks, please post pictures. I'd love to see them, and I can also add them to our virtual art show. Have fun, guys!